Okay. Yo, what's up, guys? This is sort of my first real commentary. I've done a few in the past, but I thought that because the Spiral Abyss has reset again, since it's the 16th of August and we get that monthly reset, I decided this time, instead of just recording different attempts at floor 12, different chambers, I would actually do a live commentary of my first attempt at floor 12. I haven't looked at leaks, so I don't know which enemies are in this floor. I also haven't watched any videos showcasing floor 12, this current rotation, this morning, so completely new to me. But yeah, I thought it'd be nice to try and get into live commentaries by doing something like this. I do intend to do more live commentaries for Genshin, for ZZZ, and if I find any other games that are interesting in the future, I'd love to do commentaries for them as well. But yeah, without further ado, let's head in. Yeah. Right. I also don't really know how I want to structure these commentaries in the future because, well, I'm not really drawing off anyone else's live commentaries. I want it to be spontaneous and just natural in terms of how I feel a live commentary should be in video games. So yeah, I'm not really drawing from anyone for inspiration, but yeah, I'd love any feedback on live commentary, on how this live commentary goes. Any suggestions on what I should do, stuff I could cover. Maybe people want me to cover events as well in Genshin and ZZZ, and not just do the endgame content, but also cover sort of my attempts at events in the games that I play. Maybe if you have another game that you want me to play, if you could let me know down in the comments. I'll have a look through them, and who knows, maybe I'll start playing a new game and maybe I'll get addicted to it just like I'm addicted to these two. But yeah, without further ado, let's start. So, floor 12, new floor 12, Leyline Disorders. First half, electro-charged and lunar-charged damage is increased. Makes sense, given that Innifer, the new character, it introduces the lunar-charged mechanic. For anyone who doesn't know what lunar charge does, it effectively means that if you have a character who enables a lunar charged on your team, then any electro-charged damage can now crit. So it increases the damage of electro-charged significantly. And it means that you can build teams that, you can build electro-charged characters with more crit in mind. And I think, it's a pretty good buff to electro-charged, and that, electro reactions. Because we haven't really had any electro reaction buffs since Sumeru. Sumeru, we got Dendro, and that significantly buffs electro. But since then, we haven't really had anything supporting electro at all. Yeah, so it's nice to see that they're still looking at electro and reactions and how the devs can improve these reactions and sort of balance them out a bit. Still by no means anywhere near melt, but still a good buff there for electro characters. Anyway, second half, characters Night Solar Line damage dealt to opponents increases. So I'm thinking what I'll probably do is I'll probably have my Raiden first half. I'm not really going to focus on electro charged and lunar charged damage at all. I'm just going to play Hyper Raiden because that's all I know. And then second half I'll probably use Mavuika. Yeah, because my Mavuika team, I think at this point, is pretty strong. I did recently get Sitlali C1, so my Sitlali is a bit stronger, my Mavuika is a bit stronger as a result. It was kind of unintended. I just wanted to... I was very behind on Stygian Onslaught. I was very behind on the 1,200 resin spent that you need to get the feather. So I decided I'm going to focus on every single Battle Pass mission that I can do to just get as many Battle Pass missions done. And I've been saving my my wishes for a while, so I just spent some Primogems on wishing, and I forgot that I had lost the 50-50. Can't remember when, but my last 5-star on the limited banner was a 50-50 loss, so I then had a guaranteed for Sitlali, and I got C1 Sitlali. Actually, I say I had a guaranteed. No, I didn't. I didn't, because I finally got the don't know what it's called, but the that special effects 50-50 win. So I didn't have a 50-50, but that was the first time I got the, what is it called, the Radiant Splendor? It's not Radiant Splendor, but whatever the special effect for the 50-50 win is, where you've lost enough 50-50s in the past, we're gonna slightly increase your chances of winning a 50-50. I would have been fine with never seeing that. I honestly don't really care about it as a special effect. I also don't really care about the probability differences because it's so minute, and to me it's meaningless. But yeah, it was interesting. That was the first time I've got it. Took less than a year to get it. Nice. Anyway, right, so what are the enemies like for this? Eremites, okay. Geo, Dendro, Hydro, Cryo, Electro, okay. And then we have these two. So we're going to want Pyro for the Yumkasaur, so Movika looks very, very likely. I mean, I already said what I'm going to run. I might change my mind if I see any reason to run something different on the first half, but I think second half is definitely going to be Movika. Chamber 2, Ruin Machines. Hyper Raiden still seems fine. Second half, Burning Wayub. So as long as we can just get the Wayub defeated before it generates its shield, that's fine. Jade Plume, yeah. I mean, Jade Plume would be good with Electro. But, you know, just because you could get it into its weakened state with Electro pretty easily. But you could also burn it, so that's fine. And Chamber 3. Okay, yeah, that guy definitely wants electro-charged. So I probably will run sort of a foot in our Raiden team. And then we have the Secret Source Automaton in the second half. That's all pretty fine. Yeah, okay, so right, teams. We said we're gonna go Movika second half. Question is, yep, there's Benny. Also Bennett's new outfit. Brilliant. Who's our fourth slot? I'm gonna go Yansan. We're going Yansan. I like Yansan in this team. I was just trying out this team with Yansan for the floor 11. Pretty nice. I would normally run Shillanen, but I want to run Shillanen first half because I am going to focus a bit more on this. I would also probably like to have Kujosara instead of Yalan. But I'll just try this. It's fine. What I would do is I typically would try and pair Raiden with Kujosara because I just like that team way too much. I am way too addicted to it. There's no real, like, there's no issue with me running. There's no reason for me not to run double hydro here, aside from just preppers. Wow. Holy stuff. We're just gonna heal the kids. I'm sort of not really paying attention, which I should be doing. Also, I'm not really using any pre-planned combo on Ryan. Like, I'm not using a particular like, I'm not doing N3C intentionally or NNC dash or whatever. I'm just sort of I'm not thinking at the moment. This is why I don't do live commentaries, because I don't think. Hopefully it becomes more second nature to think and play at the same time. But yeah. Let's see. So we have this guy first. You can't trigger most of those guys easily. Also, not a great start. I have no idea what to expect from this against the inputs over this team. This is kind of bad in terms of rotation. Rotation-wise, this is awful. Got a million max out. Unless I misread that. But I'm pretty sure it's a million. That's nice. Yeah, I think in terms of teams, right, my Mavrika can hit a million, my Raiden can hit a million. They're the only characters that I sort of feel comfortable hitting a million damage in, maybe not endgame content with Raiden, but like, I have hit a million damage with both. So it's like, I'm not gonna worry about their damage. I have no reason to worry about their damage being low because they're my best build character. Why I say that? Ryan is my best build character. Mavrika is just Mavrika. Let's not kid ourselves. My Mavrika build has a lot that could be just no attack. I think I read website yeah, like a just using normal attacks on Raiden in an electro-charged team is better than some of her other combos, just going for N4 dash or N5 or something. I'm not sure how reliable that is, but I we got that. Rotation wasn't great then. Definitely if I do decide to speedrun this, I will have to really improve my rotation. Shame. Yeah, I'm messing up all the combos, so the charge, dash, and one here is also. So just get some energy back on me. Because I do not have energy on me. and I'm going to clear this Jade Shroom with no problem either. So that's 6 out of 9 stars. Right. I feel like this has been a very all over the place live commentary in first attempt. I'm gonna upload this regardless. It's like one of those messages that this is basically me uploading this live commentary as a way to just say, this is the current state of my live commentaries. How can we improve? So you know, when you have a call from like your or when you call your internet service provider, or your mobile contract company, and they're like, we are recording this video, or we are recording this call for training purposes. I'm basically saying, I'm recording this and uploading this video for training purposes. I will get better at live commentaries, I promise. Please bear with me. Oh, he's there. Now he's there. Okay. Definitely could be improved. I think what we'll do is we'll do N3C against you. Or I think we'll do N3C with this team. No real reason why. That's just, I think, getting more normal attacks. The reason why you want normal attacks is to actually get Yelan's arrows out. If you can get her arrows out, you get more hydro, and if you get more hydro application equals more electro-charged reactions. If you do have a lunar charged team, more electro-charged is significantly more damage. More electro-charged is potentially more damage. Nice. I don't have enough ER. Yeah, I need more energy recharge on these characters. 100%. Yeah, this is so scuffed. Could be much better. Could be much faster. And the commentary could be more interesting and informative. But yeah. Oh well. I will probably do another live commentary, doing some speedruns of different floors in the coming weeks. But if you have any suggestions, if you want me to do anything in live commentaries, if you want me to try any events, if you think there are things that I could improve, there definitely are. If you have specific advice that you want to give for me to improve how these live commentaries feel, improve the quality, improve the engagement, who knows, maybe I should start live streaming. feel free to leave a comment. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, if you found anything interesting, informative, useful, entertaining. All the other words that you can use to refer to videos on the internet. Maybe not all those words, but if there was anything you liked, give it a like. If you didn't like it, feel free to give it a dislike. I'm going to say, however, I would love it if you give it a dislike. Leave a comment explaining why you gave it a dislike. That's something that I don't see people on YouTube asking for likes and dislikes anymore. It used to be a big thing a while ago, but one person that I used to watch, I don't watch them as much anymore, Toby from the Sidemen, he would say, if you're going to give it a dislike, please leave a comment explaining why you gave it a dislike for each of his videos. And I thought that was, that's really good. It's, it's giving you an incentive to express your discontent with my video in two ways. And yeah, if someone does dislike the video and gives a reason, please don't discredit them for whatever reason they give. That's, it's their right to have that opinion of my video. And they shouldn't be judged for having that opinion. So yeah, please don't all bomb the dislikes. But yeah, if you didn't like the video, if you think there's something that detracted from its quality, leave a dislike, leave a comment, tell me why, and I will try and respond as soon as possible. And that response will not just be a reply comment, that will be me looking at what I can do in my next video, my next live commentary, to improve it. But yeah, with that said, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.